Namaste. I am Dr. Anchit from Jyoti Vidyapit Women's University, Faculty of Physiotherapy and Diagnostics. The topic that we are going to learn today is measurement of muscular endurance. In the previous topic, we had learned about measurement of muscular strength. In this topic, we are going to learn about measurement of muscular endurance. For that, we have to know what is muscular endurance. Muscular endurance is the ability of a muscle or a muscle group to exert force to overcome a resistance many times. That is how long a muscle or a group of muscle can sustain external force and how number of times. For example, endurance for a runner can be noted by how many number of kilometers he can run, how many kilometers can the legs sustain the resistance that he is going through. For a lifter, how many repetitions can a person do in a particular exercise? So that is the endurance, the capacity of a muscle to sustain a resistance number of times. Often the resistance is body itself because the body has weight and there is gravity acting. The measurement of muscular endurance is based on the number of repetitions performed. Muscular endurance is specific to assessment. So, broadly, if we talk about assessment of endurance, it is done in three broad categories, that is the upper limb, lower limb, and the core. So, for uh, doing the test, what we do is for upper limb, we do the push up test. In push up test, the person is asked to get into a position, push up position, do half push up, and then hold himself. How many seconds or minutes a person holds is the endurance for the upper limbs. That is the push up test. For lower limb, we do squat test. The person is positioned into standing position, then he is asked to squat to about 90 degrees. That is, the hips, the thighs are parallel to the floor. The person is asked to hold this position, and for the number of seconds that he can hold this position is the endurance for the lower limbs. For determining the trunk endurance and the core endurance, the person is asked to do plank hold. He is asked to get into a plank position and then hold the position. The number of seconds he can hold the position is the endurance for the core muscles. For the trunk position, the person is asked to get into a setup position. All these positions, you will have to refer to the e-notes available for the perfect position because it is a picture diagram that is mentioned there. So for trunk endurance, the person is asked to get into a setup position and then hold his trunk into flexion position without any support. The number of seconds that he is going to hold the position will be the endurance of the upper trunk. So similarly, if we have to know smaller groups also, it is determined by doing basically isometric exercises, holds, or number of repetitions that a person has to do. So the repetitions are counted. In in case of holds, for upper limb, it is done in push-up hold. Lower limb is squat hold. Uh, the core muscle group is determined by plank hold, and the trunk is done by sit-up position. So these are the two ways of determining the endurance. So either we can do it in a group of muscles for a single muscle, or we can broadly categorize into upper limb, lower limb, and the core and the trunk. So this is how endurance of a person is determined. Why do we evaluate for endurance? First of all, to know a person's ability. Second, if he's an athlete or a person or someone in a competitive sport, it is very good tool to know the improvement, how well the person has improved over time. So a very good assessment is done. We assess for muscular strength, we assess for muscular endurance, and then a person is asked to carry out his exercise regime, and then again he can be reassessed after 15 days or over a month. So this tells us about the progress, a very good way of noting down the progress. I hope this was clear. In case of any issues, drop in a comment and we'll solve it into the live session. Thank you.